Hi everybody, Paul Pancake here. Welcome back to another speed build on my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we are building a 20k starter home and I can't wait to show you what we did in this. But before we start off, I gotta say that you look absolutely flawless. Thank you so much for being you and nobody but yourself. And yeah, again, for joining today's video. Also, my neighbors are blasting Christmas music in the background. I hope that doesn't disturb you. I hope you won't hear it. And I mean, I'm usually a fan of that. I love Christmas music, and but like it's not ideal for voiceovers, let's put it like that. But yeah, talking about the build, we are building a 20k starter home today, and I wanted it to be for a family, and I think I kind of pulled it off nicely. I've built like 2 of these homes before, one like in a Japanese style and another one it was also kind of suburban, and honestly I feel like this is one of the better ones, but I'm gonna let you be the judge of that, because yeah, I feel like it doesn't really look like a 20k starter home. And to be honest, that's what most people try to achieve when building starter homes. Like, they want to make the cheapest home possible look the most expensive as possible. Does that make sense? And obviously I tried to do the same, and I saw this cute reference picture and I really wanted to stick to that reference, which kind of made me make this into like a 2-story starter home. And that's where it that's where the struggle begins, because honestly stairs are expensive. It just costs way more if you make it 2-story, but it looked so cute and I really wanted to pull it off, and I feel like I was able to do it, but you're gonna see that later. And yeah, I kind of wanted to have this cute little suburban starter moment. And yeah, basically, I don't know, like I think if a sim starts off in The Sims 4 and is like a single sim, they have like 20k of a budget, maybe 80, I think it's 20k. So either way, you'd be able to afford this house, or I mean, you'd have to, I just realized that you have to add on the lot cost, because this lot costs like 2k, so technically it's a 22k home, but it really depends on what lot you place it. I'm pretty sure that in Newcrest we also have like some 1.5k homes, so that way, yeah, it is still a 20k starter home. You just have to add the lot cost onto it. But if you're, for example, a family of 3, then you're gonna have a budget of 24,000 simoleons, I guess, when you start playing the game. And that way you'd easily be able to afford the lot cost, and also some changes you can make depending on skills and like skill building items or furniture changes or whatever. But yeah, as you can see, I built that little garage, and honestly, it was probably the proudest moment in my simming career, because it just worked. I don't know if it works for you guys. I feel like it looks quite realistic. But again, I'll let you be the judge of that. I really like the garage, and I know that could have been avoided. And if we had avoided the garage, because it's simply not functional, there's also nothing inside it. Like, don't be fooled. We also don't have cars in the game, but you probably know that by now. But I wanted it so much because it kind of had it added something very cute to the house, and I wanted to keep it. It was also in the reference picture, so I put it there, and it's not that expensive. It could have saved us some money, but it's okay. And yeah, also this is like because I wanted to keep it 20k, I of course had to work a lot with debug items, and that is what I'm doing right now. For example, I'm creating these custom columns because I wanted these cute columns that were in the reference picture, and we have some similar ones in the Get Famous pack, but I did limit myself with packs in this house build. In fact, I think every item on the outside of this house is actually base game anyway, so only the interior has different packs, but I'm going to come to that later and talk about that. Right now, that one window I placed in the front of the house is from Parenthood, but that's also going to change. I don't even know, but I think it's going to change into a base game window. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe I did use oh no, I think this is base game and I'm going to change it into Parenthood. Yeah, never mind, you're going to see. But yeah, I wanted to use these base game brick details from Debug to make these custom columns, because that's almost free. And I'm also going to replace the real columns that I placed like onto them with like columns from Debug, and that way it's going to be even cheaper. So yeah, I kind of had to try around and figure out how to make the house cheaper and cheaper to make it look pretty but not cost much, if that makes sense. And yeah, okay, so as you can see, I'm placing replacing of the Parenthood kitchen. Also not this cheapest kitchen, but like I said, I wanted this house to look kind of cute and not like like a total starter, like a bare starter. That would have been like not my mission. I wanted this house to be super colorful. That's I think I also called it like a colorful starter home, but yeah, we'll see about that. I don't even know, but I think I'm gonna call it that way because it's just very colorful, and I like furnishing colorful interiors. And honestly, my last few interiors have always been very modern, very neutral, and I kind of wanted like something that's just right in your face, if you know what I mean, because that's what I've done a lot in like the past, and I kind of wanted to go back to that moment. So we're gonna do a lot of pastels and cute bright colors, which I love for the interior. And yeah, basically I limited myself to 1 expansion pack, 1 stuff pack, and 1 game pack. And that is because I don't know, I want to try to do that in the future as well with more builds, because I feel like a lot of you guys don't have every pack, and I want you guys to be able to download my builds from the gallery, and I don't know, I want them to work for you guys. So that is why I decided to limit myself to Parenthood, Tiny Living, and Eco Lifestyle. Simply because I know that especially Eco Lifestyle has very cheap items, and we were able to make use of that. Also, Parenthood has some very nice decor items in the kitchen. I really wanted to use that, especially if it was about like family home, which is colorful and stuff. Parenthood is definitely the right pack to go with. And Tiny Living also, because I don't even know why. There's barely any Tiny Living stuff in there, because honestly, the Tiny Living stuff is very expensive. Like it's good for small spaces, and I actually went for that because I thought that this house is going to be pretty small, so maybe we can get some use of that. But we barely use any like Tiny Living in there. Like at least I can't remember, because I think maybe the only object we're using from Tiny Living is that rug I just placed. But I think we're even gonna delete that because it's like $300, and we definitely didn't have $300 to spend on a rug. But yeah, I tried to limit myself. Feel free to tell me in the comments what you think about it, if you'd like that idea. And I think like limiting myself to a stuff pack, a game pack, and an expansion pack is like a good way to go. It's not like too much limiting, but it also gives me some freedom, and also it makes me kind of think more creatively, if that makes sense. Because if you have the choice of everything, like if you can just pick whatever you want, you most of the time just go for what you always go for, like you always use the same objects. This way I was kind of stuck with either using base game or some items from from Eco Lifestyle that I barely ever use, but now I can like try them out. So basically I use the Eco Lifestyle couch. They are pretty cheap, and they look very fancy and kind of modern, but I felt like this house with all the bright interior colors and stuff, and also that nice Eco Lifestyle flooring, for me it kind of looked as if like people moved in there and just renovated the whole thing and redid the whole house. And keine Ahnung. Oh my god. I just said keine Ahnung. It means like I don't know in German. If you guys didn't know, I'm from Germany. I'm not like a native English speaker, and for some reason a German word slipped into my voiceover right now. That never happened before, so yeah. You're welcome, guys. Quick little German lesson in one of my voiceovers. But yeah, basically I'm also just kind of placing the I placed some furniture down, for example that dining space, but it's not going to stay that way. I just placed it down to see if it works. I'm going to replace that in a second. Also, as you can see, there's some little breaks in the video where I'm just not doing anything and I'm just holding still, and I guess that is because this part of the video I actually built on stream. If you didn't know, I stream on Twitch every Tuesday and Saturday, so if you like watching Twitch streams, feel free to drop by and say hello. I would love that. And yeah, sometimes I'm just way too invested into chatting with you guys over there, so I just stop building, and I try my best to cut those parts out, and I think it kind of worked, but as you can see, it didn't work completely. Like sometimes we still have like moments where I'm holding the camera way too still, or like way too still for too long, whatever. But I hope you guys are okay with that, because I just love building with you guys on stream, and also it's a great way for me to sort of work on content for YouTube. on stream, like, if you know what I mean, like, because I'm a full-time uni student next to YouTube, and right now I'm dropping like 2 videos a week on YouTube, which is awesome, and I'm having so much fun because I'm super inspired, and I can't wait to show you everything that I have in mind and like put it into a build. But sometimes it's just a little much, and that way, if I can work on a build on stream, even though we never get really a lot done on stream, because it's just, we always talk way too much, and not way too much for me, because I always enjoy talking to you guys, but I'm sorry. I hope you know what I mean. It's just a lot of talking, not that much building, so we never get that much done, but it's still I'm still having a fun time building with you guys and chatting while doing that. And yeah, that's about Twitch. So basically, as you can see, this is the master bedroom, and I found this light green wall swatch, and I think it was rather like cute. Like, I never really saw that before, but I was very happy with the way it looked. I was super sad that we had to use that ugly base game bed with the ugly bed. It's just, yeah, I tried many different things, but in the end we had to use that one. It was the cheapest and the most normal looking of all of them. There was a cheaper one which was like an eco lifestyle debug bed, but that bed was just messy. It was like kind of broken and torn, and it was just not pretty. So what we did was we used that, and I try to use like other lighter colors to make them fit, and I feel like it all kind of matches and it's fine, but it's like, the master bedroom is really not a masterpiece. There's not a lot going on there, but like, I feel like it's a nice layout. It's a nice bright layout. It's a nice color. I think it's okay. But also, oh, what I forgot was that in Twitch streams, I always love building with you guys because you also give me such great tips. For example, one of my viewers, and I think it was Lucky, I think they're called Lucky, and they told me that you can actually delete it, like, or if you delete the wall underneath of stairs, that it will give you back like a ton of money. And I knew that it will give you back money, but I didn't know that it was that much. And for example, they told me that, and I did it everywhere, and I think it saved me like $1,000 or something. That was insane, and I was so happy about that. So that's another reason why I just love building with you guys on Twitch, because you just give me ideas and yeah, just show me how things are done, because some things I just really don't know. Or for example, I was streaming yesterday and I was building in my Harry Potter build, which includes a lot of tool mod, and you guys were just like, do this and do that, and you can like use tool mod to, I don't know, make this work and stuff. And I was like so happy that you guys were able to show me how tool mod works, because I'm a person, I don't watch tutorials. I just download the mod, and I think I'm a pro, but I'm definitely not. So yeah, you guys really helped me out with that one yesterday in yesterday's stream, so I was really happy about that. And that's another positive thing about Twitch streams, that you guys teach me a lot, and I love that. So basically what we're doing here is we are furnishing the kids room, and I'm kind of satisfied with it. For me, it doesn't look like a starter kids room. It's a little empty and minimalistic, but maybe I feel like it's kind of also because it has like a modern touch, so it's kind of matching the vibe, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I also went for like a blue and yellow color scheme. I thought that was kind of cute, and I feel like all the items worked so great together. As you can see, I used a lot of eco lifestyle objects. That was the word I was looking for, because they were just so freaking cheap, and that way I was able to put in some more decorations. And it's so crazy because this house is so different to my starter home, which I built with only base game. It's also suburban, but it's like a much emptier because it's only built with base game, and base game items are so much more expensive. But yeah, and here you see me, for example, I deleted the flooring in front of the house just because I realized that was also some extra money that we could use, and I'm putting like down terrain paint instead, but I'm gonna find like a much cuter way to do it in a second, I think, and you're gonna see that. But yeah, I tried to save money with that, and as you can see, I'm always checking, like I'm going onto the upload section of the build, because that way I was able to check how much the build costs if it's like new, because if you move in Sims, like automatically the worth of the whole build will drop because of the objects, because once you're in life mode, the objects aren't worth as much money as they are when you place them as new objects, if that makes sense. And that way I always had to go into that like mode where you can check how much the lot costs if it's like brand new, and that way I was able to check if I'm still in my 20k budget or not. And as you can see, I got these like stones from the Debug and I placed them down as like a cute little pathway, and unfortunately your Sims cannot walk on them. I thought they could, so I had to basically replace the little walkway to the house with real tiles later. I didn't replace the other ones because first of all they're free because they're from Debug, and also I think they look cute and you don't really need to go around the garage. You don't really need space to go there. Like, it doesn't need to be rootable because what would you do there? You can't use the car anyway, and that's why I left those little tiles there because I thought it was looking cute. And I also did the same for the back, and after that I realized that it's not functional, so I had to change the back all over again. And yeah, I just repainted the house because I found that cute little blue brick, and I knew that I wanted this house to be colorful. I just had a hard time to decide what color I wanted it to be, just because I don't know, I've used so many swatches already and I wanted to do something else. Like, every time I build a house, I do want to like not build the same house that I've built before, if that makes sense. So I really tried to find a new look, and I never used that brick and I thought it looked kind of cute. So we went with that white and blue brick mixture, or like, is that a mixture? Like white and blue brick scheme, if that makes sense. And yeah, I also realized that we didn't have like a working station in the house, so I placed that computer with that fake little shelf desk. You can just see how I made that. Like, I don't really have to talk about that. I also have done that a couple of times before in my videos. And yeah, I realized that we need that because you need a PC in The Sims 4. You can't do a lot of stuff without, like, if you don't have a PC, you're just, well, you can't do a lot of stuff. And you even have a TV because I placed that cheap little eco lifestyle TV. So we're actually kind of, it's a good home, not gonna lie. It has everything. But yeah, I had to delete other stuff from this home because this PC is like $800, and together with all the other items I placed as like a fake desk, for example, that shelf and those little bookshelf, yeah, I think they're accent tables. I had to delete stuff, and I think I cut that out. I was just going around the house and seeing what I could replace, but it wasn't like a major change or anything, so that's why I didn't really include that. But yeah, basically I'm just adding my last final touches. I also cut out a lot of landscaping this time because it was kind of repetitive, and honestly, you guys see me landscape like 100 times and it was just nothing new, so I did cut a lot of that out. Also, because I wanted this video to be a little shorter, because my last videos have been a little long. I feel like this one is a little bit over 20 minutes, so I think we're good, and that is actually like the length I'm aiming for usually, just because honestly, I wouldn't watch a speed build which is that long as well. So I kind of want to keep it short, if that makes sense. Also, I don't know, at this point, have I? Oh yeah, at this point I started replacing the columns for like debug columns. I use these like white items from Debug and like size them up and then put them more into the ground with tool mod, and it worked perfectly, and they're free. And also I did that on every side of that, like on every corner of the house, because I like placing columns like these white columns onto the house corners, just because they kind of define the house a lot more and it makes it look more like in depth, if that makes sense. So I basically place these columns everywhere. I cut the part out where I did it on the corners, but I did it very similarly to the way I did it on the porch. And yeah, because I deleted all of those columns, it kind of left me with some extra money, so I was able to put some cute little decorations here and there, so that's what I did. And I added that parenthood board. I really like that gameplay item, and I think it adds to the house very well, especially if you do own the parenthood pack. Sorry, I just had to take a sip of my coffee right here. And yeah, I'm just adding some bits and bobs everywhere, but basically we're heading towards the end of the video, and I'm super happy that you joined me today. Again, I had a lot of fun building this, and I hope you guys like this. If you did, then feel free to give me a thumbs up and tell me in the comments how I did on this 20k home, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already done that, and ring the bell so you don't ever miss a video of mine. And like I said, I stream on Twitch every Tuesday and Saturday, so feel free to check me out there as well. The link is in the video description down below, together with all my other social links. And yeah, Again, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope to see you in my next one too. Bye everybody.